On the night of the 20th of December 1849, a very violent cyclone was raging above the wild and infamous island of Mompracem, the hideout of extraordinary pirates in the Malaysian Sea, a few hundred miles from the eastern coasts of Borneo. Every now and then, black, threatening clouds, pushed by the stormy wind, let furious downpours fall on the dreary island jungles. Huge sea waves crashed furiously against the coasts, roaring loud amid thunder and lightning. No lights could be seen on the island, neither from the huts lined up on the bay, nor from their defensive walls, nor from the many ships anchored beyond the cliffs, nor from the woods, nor from the rough sea. But if those traveling from the east had looked up towards the island, they would have noticed, at the top of a very high cliff overlooking the sea, two brightly lit windows. Who was awake at this time, and with this storm on the island of the bloodthirsty pirates? In a maze of collapsed trenches, fallen embankments, uprooted fences, and big broken-down cages full of shattered firearms and human bones, stood a huge and solid hut with a big red flag portraying the head of a tiger. Only one odd-looking room was lit. Its walls were lined with lavish velvets and brocades, some of which were torn and stained, and a soiled Persian carpet, embroidered with gold, covered the floor. In the middle of the room there was an ebony table, inlaid with mother of pearl and adorned with silver decorations, laden with rare crystal bottles and glasses. Big old battered shelves stood in the corners of that room, weighed down by jewels, medallions, pearls, gems, and precious holy relics, which sparkled under the light of a hanging chandelier. A scratched ebony harmonium stood out amid the mess of rolled-up carpets, sumptuous clothes, paintings by well-known artists, Spanish trombones, and finely decorated weapons. A particularly handsome, tall, muscular man, with manly and fierce features, sat on a rickety armchair in that oddly furnished room. His long black hair fell over his shoulders, and a thick beard framed his slightly tanned face. His forehead was high, with beautiful, boldly arched eyebrows, and his intense black eyes would make anyone lower his gaze. He'd been sitting for a few minutes, staring at the chandelier, his hands nervously holding his scimitar, which hanged from a wide red silk sash, tied around a blue velvet jacket embroidered in gold. As a sudden violent downpour shook the hut to its foundations, he awakened abruptly from his daze. He threw back his long, loose hair, fixed his turban on his head, and got up, embracing the room with his gloomy gaze.
It's midnight, and he's not back yet,
he murmured. He sipped a glass of an amber-colored liquid. Then, he opened the door and walked briskly between the trenches protecting the hut until he reached the edge of the cliff. Below, the sea was roaring furiously. He lingered there for a few minutes, with his arms across his chest, as still as the cliff on which he was standing, inhaling with delight the stormy night's air and searching the wild sea with his gaze.